Hi friends, this is a presentation about part of Chapter 1 in our textbook. The textbook is called Fusion, Integrated Reading and Writing, Book 1. This is for English 950 and Chapter 1 is called The Reading and Writing Connection. This chapter explores the special connection between reading and writing as learning tools. It also provides strategies that will help you identify the main parts of reading and writing assignments. This chapter also explains the important traits of writing to consider when carrying out assignments. Section 1.1, Reading and Writing to Learn. Reading assignments introduce you to many new ideas and concepts, but it can be hard to process all that new information without some help. Writing can offer that help. Writing about new ideas from your reading assignments helps you better understand and remember them. A writing activity as basic as listing can help you identify important ideas while you read. Writing a summary can help you understand information after you read. So here I have these little characters saying, I get it. Reading and writing work together to help you learn. Section 1.1a, Reading and Writing with a Growth Mindset. Here, the authors of our book want us to think about the way athletes and high-level performers work at their skill or their craft, right? Think about how athletes and performers work very hard at their craft, putting in countless hours of practice and training. If they make mistakes, they work to improve. If they perform well, they try to do even better next time. What keeps them going is a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the will to learn from our mistakes and keep working to improve. Having a growth mindset is just as important for you as a student. So don't think that you're going to be perfect at things all the time, and understand that even people who are the best at what they do, they had to make a lot of mistakes along the journey to become great at something. How to approach reading and writing with a growth mindset. Approach each reading assignment as an opportunity to learn. Use writing to learn activities such as note-taking and summarizing to help you understand the material. In your writing, explore and develop your thoughts about the subjects you are studying. Contribute to class discussions about your reading and writing. Ask for help when you have a question. Section 1.1b, Keeping a Class Notebook. Keeping a class notebook will help you make writing an important part of your learning routine. The writing you do in a class notebook is personal and designed to help you learn. Here are some writing to learn strategies you can use in your notebook. Note-taking, listing, status check, 5 W's and H questions, so that's who, what, where, when, why, and how, summarizing, and personal responses. So in our book, they have an example, and they go through each of those writing to learn strategies with the example. So the first one was note-taking. As you read or listen in class, take notes to help you keep track of the important ideas you are learning. So the example they used was an imaginary student who read an article called Chocolate Crisis by Laura Anastasia. And in this first example, we just see some basic note-taking. Demand for chocolate increasing, supply is down, farmers cannot produce enough cocoa, cocoa is the key ingredient in chocolate. So the next writing to learn strategy was listing. So again, with the example, after reading or listening in class, list ideas as a quick review of the information that was presented. So here's the example for listing. Cocoa farmers face diseased crops and drought. Young adults are leaving cocoa farms because of the bleak future. Chocolate companies are investing to improve conditions. Cocoa is only grown close to the equator, so farming there must continue. The next writing to learn strategy was called status check. Explore your thoughts during your reading or other classwork. This writing will help you judge your understanding of the information. So here, the imaginary student wrote, after the first part of the reading, I now understand how popular and important chocolate has become. More than 7 million tons of chocolate are eaten each year, and the desire for it keeps growing. At the same time, cocoa farmers are facing poor growing conditions and a labor shortage. So now here's the 5 W's and H questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. To review a reading text or a lecture, ask and answer who, what, when, where, why, and how. That's a really easy thing that you could do in your notebook to review some material. So here's the example. Who is involved in the subject of the reading? What is said about the subject? Where does it take place? When did it start? Or when does it take place? Why has it occurred? How is it to be dealt with? Then there was summarizing. Once you complete your reading, explain in your own words the important parts of the reading. So again, from the example, the student writes, disease, drought, and poor working conditions are threatening the production of cocoa. At the same time, the demand for cocoa, the main ingredient in chocolate, is growing. Large companies like Mars are investing money to help farmers improve growing conditions and keep young adults in the business. Their plan is called Cocoa Action, and it focuses on cocoa farms in Ivory Coast and Ghana. Without important changes, there will not be enough cocoa to meet the needs of chocolate lovers around the world. And in looking online for pictures to put into this presentation, I came across some headlines that suggested that in some places there are concerns about child slavery in the cocoa industry, and also there are some issues with poverty among the cocoa farmers. They do not make a lot of money. Like here it said that West African cocoa farmers earn $1 a day. That sounds like not very much to live off of. Okay, so back to the example. So this one is called personal responses, and you would explore your thoughts about the reading to help you connect more fully and deeply with its content. So now here the student writes, I like chocolate as much as anyone else, and like other chocolate lovers, I never have given any thought about where it comes from. This article helped me understand that farmers are struggling to grow enough cocoa for the chocolate industry, and I now know that I will be paying more in the future for chocolate. I hope that conditions improve for the cocoa farmers so they can enjoy a better quality of life while I enjoy their product. And if it were me, if I were going to write a personal response, I would try to learn more about the child slavery issue and the poverty among the cocoa farmers. They're making $1 a day. A package of M&Ms costs $2, so I don't know, maybe they could be paid more. Something to think about there. Okay, moving along. Noting new vocabulary words. Proactive means acting in advance or acting before. Saving part of your notebook or creating a digital document for new words is proactive because you are taking control of your vocabulary building. Figure 1.1 shows the kind of information you might include in your notes when you read an unfamiliar word. Check an online dictionary for the pronunciation of new words. So here's an example of what it might look like if you were to write down a vocabulary word in your notebook and write down the definition for it. So the new word is metamorphosis, and you want to indicate the part of speech. It's a noun. And then continuing, so you've got the new word, the part of speech, and then you want to put down the definition, a clear change in appearance or character. That's what metamorphosis means. And then if you can, it's a good idea to also use it in a sentence. During its life cycle, an insect may complete a metamorphosis, a clear physical change. 1.2. Understanding reading and writing assignments. At the start of any reading and writing assignment, you should identify the parts of the assignment so you understand what's expected of you. The parts of an assignment include subject, type, role, audience, and purpose. And those words spell out the acronym STRAP. STRAP, subject, type, role, audience, and purpose. And knowing this strategy will help you remember the 5 parts. Subject, what is the assignment about? Type, what form does the assignment take? Role, what is the author's position? Expert, instructor, student? Audience, who is intended to read the material? Purpose, what is the goal of the material? So when we did this presentation in class, after that we did practice 1 on MindTap. I'm going to pause this presentation here, and then I will post a second video presentation about a few more sections in Chapter 1. If you did not get a chance to do practice 1 on MindTap, please go ahead and do it, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.